I'm Raydioo, and this is my story. I've been singing since I can remember. It was at my home church, the Mount Sinai Baptist Church in Baltimore, Maryland, where I discovered my gift. I went on to join the Maryland State Boys Choir at the age of 7 to perfect my craft and get the proper training. As a little boy, it has always been my dream to be a performer. Church choirs, groups, solos, competitions, auditions, you name it, I've done it. But nothing was more challenging and rewarding than launching my singing career as a solo artist. Ready4War, the Untold Story. I feel like I can make it. I was so tired of doing the norm. I needed change in my life. I needed to feel like I had purpose. It was time to go after my dreams, and that's what I did. I quit my job working as a customer service specialist at Care First to start my career as a musical artist. It all started with a meeting with my best friend and creative director, Suzetta. I had so many ideas about songs, photo shoots, and albums, and I said to her, I'm not going to wait for someone to say I'm an artist. I know it's in me, and I'm not going to wait to get signed to a major label before I release music. I'm going to do it myself. I'll be my own publicist, manager, producer, choreographer. I'll write all of the songs. I'll do it all. And I didn't care who was or who wasn't rocking with me. And that's when Ready4War was birthed. But they're getting mad because they're getting left behind. Not mad because they're not there. Think about it.
Okay.
But you gotta think about it. Does that make sense?
What do you think? What do you see for Ready4War?
I see armor and fatigue, and I see a lot of. I see. For Ready4War, I see very strong. But I started by creating all of these beats. Then I wrote all of the songs based on what I was going through, had been through, and where I wanted to be in life. I've always believed that you can't sing about something you haven't experienced for yourself. I remember being so discouraged and so low. And that's where a lot of these songs come from. Very dark places in my life, but at the same time, I got through them and I got past them. And then that's what you'll get to see in this album. And that's what you'll be able to see and hear throughout the music. It's just the growth and being able to change your situation and then changing your thought process behind a situation. Whatever negative happens in your life, just change the thought process and just say it's working for my good. And when you have that, you have great time. Ready4War. And that's what my album consists of. It has a message, but it's just the way I like the music. It's rock and roll, it's blues, it's calm, it's simple, it's folk, it's everything.
With the essence of soul.
With the essence of soul in the voice. That's so true. I'm hungry. Okay? And I've been in the studio all day. We started with the harmony-filled dance track and first single, Only One. It's my job to make sure that I'm relatable, not just me, but my music. And people my age, we like to dance, cut up, and have a good time. And when you think of gospel, the first thing that comes to mind is traditional hymns or church choirs. And I wanted to break that stereotype. You can listen to gospel and still rock off, forget about your worries, and get lost in the music. And that's what we did with Only One. That's why I like it, because it confuses me. Yes, I like that. I like that because it's not expected. Right. People are going to expect doom, but it's a doom. I can say that I love you. We started the rest of the recording of the album at Towson University, and then moved to iBot Studios downtown Baltimore. We worked with this new producer, Ryan. He was able to help make the sound and the vision come alive.
You have to be playing a song. I know, right? I had to practice. Oh, you really.
Now with those sexy faces, though, this is a gospel.
That's doesn't mean we can't get faith.
It's true. People put stipulations on Christian artists all the time, but I won't be put in no box. I have to do things the way I feel it and see it.
Well, it is Christian. All my music is faith-based, but yeah, but change it this time. I don't want to be so cliche like everyone else is. Ooh, sorry. Sorry, people out. Oh, yeah, they'll be edited through.
Don't worry, this is in line.
Yeah, but no, I didn't want to do the same boring type, you know, and a lot of people.
Stuff. See, this is like more like theatrical.
Yeah, and that's what I'm very dramatic. Everyone calls me that. So I had to incorporate that with the music. Think about it. Gospel artists, do they have choreography?
Right.
No.
Right.
You don't see it.
You don't see it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be like a whole new thing.
Let's go.
What's your mission?
Reach those who don't know and encourage those who do know. Keep going. Are you sure you want to be an artist? Are you sure you want to record an album? It's hard work. Very hard work. It was a mixing and editing session. Went through each song, what we didn't like, what we didn't like, adding, deleting, coming over different things. So, it's coming together, slowly but surely.
Anything to say to your warriors?
Are you ready for war? We got 3 more songs to do. 50 minutes.
I really took my time and worked hard on this album. I recorded it back in 2011, mastered it and prepared the artwork in 2012, and it was released in 2013. We are on set of the first shoot for Ready4War, and today we are doing the first 3 singles. Only One, I Am Dressed in the Let Them Only See You attire, and then we have From the Heart coming up. So I'm so excited, and the first single is being released this Friday, June 29th at 9 p.m. on my website, www.raydioo.com. Back to taking pictures, I gotta go change. See ya! I remember it was hard picking singles for Ready4War, because every song could have been a single. They were all so catchy. But I chose to go with Only One, From the Heart, Let Them Only See You, and Just As Soon. Those all told my story and the message of the album. The set for this shot was actually in the hallway. It was something about the brick walls and the natural light from outside that grabbed me. I didn't want to overdo it. All I kept thinking was simplicity. I shot the cover art for the first 3 singles all in the same day, and shot Just As Soon closer to when I was going to release the album. This is Just As Soon single cover, and this song means so much to me. It's about transitioning from earth into heaven. It's just about, as soon as you get into heaven, no more crying days, and doesn't it just look beautiful to remind you of what it's going to be like when you get there? Come on, let's sing it up. I wanna see me. Hello everyone, we are on set of the Ready4War cover album shoot, and I'm so excited to have you guys here with me. It's going to be a long day. I'm dressed in the Ready4War attire, and we're getting ready to go take the album cover shoot. Come follow me. Shooting my album cover was quite an experience. It was in the middle of December, it was freezing cold outside, and I had on no jacket, and I'm supposed to be edgy and not look cold and uncomfortable. But I wanted to match the album's energy and the imagery. I wanted people to see aggression, determination, and drama when they saw my album cover. When my CD was released, my church was very supportive. The youth dance group even chose one of my songs, Did You Hear About?, to dance to for Sunday morning. It was amazing to see them dance to my music and feel the energy in the music, even down to the little kids. Right around the time the album first came out, I was auditioning like crazy, trying to get more exposure, and I auditioned and made into the AMTC Artist Showcase program. It is like one big talent show that lasts for a week in Orlando, Florida, where you would sing, act, and model for industry executives, casting agents, and directors. It was a huge opportunity, and I was going to be ready. Until that's rehearsal. Swag. I decided to sing No Time for Giving Up, a song I wrote for Ready4War the album at this year's AMTC Showcase. I wanted to inspire the next artist that there is no time for giving up. No, I don't feel good. It has been rough, and at times I wasn't satisfied with the dress rehearsal in New York City, so I went back to my home church in Baltimore to work out the kinks and add choreography to the performance. I believe if you want to have a great set, you must have an intense rehearsal, and that's what I did. I sang and danced around in an empty church until I felt in my spirit that it was going to be a great performance. Let me continue in case things don't seem like they appear. I'm trying to fit. I don't like that. After my last rehearsal, I traveled back to New York City for a photo shoot with Glennis Carpenter for my upcoming Shine performance. The look was high fashion model meets musical artist. Next, it was Florida and time to shine. So we're 33,000 miles. Yeah. As soon as we stepped off the flight, I was ready to see the stage and have sound check. And before I knew it, it was time to perform. And I was going to be ready. That's all I can do. Sitting here before my performance. I'm nervous, but I'm not afraid. Wow, no time for giving up. Ready4War. Didn't think it was gonna get me here, oh, but it did. Grateful. I'll see you guys after the performance. Now that I have you, let me continue in case things don't seem like they appear. I'm trying to defend you, don't want to offend you, so let me just make this crystal clear. I was where you were, I was mistreated, depleted, defeated, but I didn't stay there, it didn't consume me, 'cause I have figured out it has been rough, and at times you feel through all of the tears you shed for years. Listen, I hope you know the times may get low, and that's no excuse for letting go. Good morning. Spending my morning in the hot tub. Don't judge me. It's funny. Look how we've grown from 11, 12, and now 13. While I was at Shine, I was chosen to shoot a trailer for an upcoming TV reality series, AMTC Shine, which was really cool. I was able to tie in Ready4War with Shine, because Shine is about shining your light and your gift to the world, but you had to be ready for war. You had to be equipped and prepared to receive what God has for you. So that's what Shine is about, shining Hello, camera. I had a great time here. The Gaylord Palms, 2 more days left, banquet, and then we truck it to the next project. And drum roll begins from here. No doubt. I was so blessed and fortunate to be a part of the AMTC family. We had a great closing banquet and rap party recognizing everyone's talents and their callbacks they received during the week. I was so proud to rep my New York hub because we really worked hard that week. I learned so much from these group of artists. I left so inspired and so ready for my next mission. I recorded over 15 songs for Ready4War, but only 11 made the album. So while I was at Shine, I signed a publishing deal to re-release my debut album, Ready4War. And as soon as I got back, I went right back into the studio and started to finish those unreleased tracks. One of which was my favorite song I've written to date, He'll Do It Again. 'Cause sooner or later the one who is able will work things out. For you. Susan Owen.
Hello,
Hello, darling. It's been years.
Lovely.
How are you?
Lovely. I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right. I love the shoe game. Just finished. He'll do it again. After being in the studio finishing up the deluxe edition of Ready4War, I sat in numerous rehearsals and heard some of my favorite singers in the world. Me and my team went to open mic after open mic, and I found myself inspired by the live performance and music, and I instantly knew it was time for a show. I had a set list and concept in mind for the Ready4War show, but I had to make sure the timing was right. I already had musicians for my band, and all I needed was to find background singers. And not just any singers. I wanted singers who would inspire and push me while I was performing.
Only one, only one.
I was going to say, the Ready4War show was a huge deal for me. I am a singer and I love to perform live. I was ready to bring this music to the people live with my singers and my band. It was time to let this inspiration and energy out. This show is different from any other show I've done. One, we only had 4 weeks to pull it off, which is unreal. Usually we have months and months to plan and execute, but I wanted to test myself and my crew. If you're working with me, you will work hard, it will be long hours, and it requires a lot of energy. And I don't want to work with anyone who isn't up for the sacrifice or commitment. My singers, however, were ready and excited for the journey.
How y'all feeling, singers? Okay. How's rehearsal going?
I'm ready for war.
Awesome.
We're uber excited.
I'm a soldier, better yet, I'm a warrior.
In the middle of rehearsals for the Ready4War show, I had wisdom teeth surgery. I had a total of 5 teeth pulled. And 2 days later, I was back in rehearsal, with stitches in my mouth and a swollen jaw. I was dedicated. Very good, one more time. So, it is December 3rd. It's about 11:27 p.m. A couple days after surgery, wisdom surgery. And I had a rehearsal. And I was not sitting it out. My face is still swollen. My jaw hurts. But I'm glad I went to rehearsal because it motivated me. It reminded me that I have a performance coming up at the end of the month. And it's time to really work and show people what I can do.
And singers, pay attention because we changed something in this song. We're going to speed it up at the end to make it a little bit jazzy, a little bit bouncy, a little bit flair, a little bit of flair, a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of that.
It was exciting arranging the music for the show. I was able to add some things that weren't in the recording to have more of a live sound. This is a blending exercise. It's called Circle of Fun. Teaching my singers my songs was very liberating. It felt so right. I did all the background vocals on my studio album, so this was my first time working with background for the Ready4War project. Being around people who are just as passionate about their gift as you are is a joy. There's no words that can describe that feeling.
Only one, yeah. Only one. Only one. Only one. There's only one.
Leading up to the concert, I was told by numerous of individuals that they could sing, or they could dance or design for the show. But when I put them to the test, they were nowhere to be found. Now I am hard on artists because I am an artist. If I strive for perfection, best believe I'm expecting the same from you. I wasn't a joy to work around all the time. When it's down to crunch time, I'm not so nice.
There you go. I have the victory. I'm a part of God's army, and I won't be. Try that again. I will win. I won't be. No matter what, I will win. I won't be. I'm more than a conqueror. Give me that fingers. 1, 2, and that sounds a little draggish. Make it sharper, please. Here we go, crisper, yeah. One time, hold that. I'm not due. Counselor, my savior. Who says up? Counselor, for your protection and your guidance, please get it right. I want to move on. When there's unison, your note is from the heart. And when you go into harmony, we don't have a middle note. We're going straight up. Remember, we changed that down here.
I know, I agree with you.
From the, so, okay. How about everyone give me a note? Let's see if it's right. 1, 2, 3. From the heart. Good. Sopranos by yourself. From the heart. Come on, Untold. Tenders by yourself and
From the heart, I can say that I love you.
I want everybody to hear it. Dun, 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 dun. From the heart. Sopranos not to by yourself. I'm gonna sing tenors. 1, 2, 3. From the heart, I can say that I love you. Go ahead, Junior. Everybody, come on in. From the heart. Give me the low one and then we're gonna go up, okay? Grant me that and joy more abundantly. Grant me that peace that surpasses anything. Take it at a time. Grant me that and joy more abundantly. Don't tell me it can't work. Grant me that peace. Who's confused? Was I wrong?
I just asked everyone to come in. Are we coming in while you're doing it? It's
like
one pause there. It's like
and be the one that speaks. Oh, yeah. Dragon. I remove myself completely and ask that you let me spirit. It's every time I turn this way, whatever the assignment is. Who is flat? Alright, that's better.
I don't apologize for being tough. Singers sometimes need tough love in order to get things right. I know for me growing up and singing, I was put on the spot numerous times for being wrong, flat, or louder than everybody else. And yes, it was a little embarrassing, but it made me work harder as an artist.
How did the world cry? Going to my home and stand.
I remember 3 days before the show I still had nothing to wear. The designers I had set up for the show were stuck in New York due to a snowstorm. Everything went wrong. My car got towed, I got out of towing, and the day of my show my tire goes flat. I went through it all that week leading up to the show, but I didn't let it stop me. I kept pushing. Because people bought tickets, and they didn't care about what kind of day you had. They want their money's worth, and they want to be entertained. I promised myself, come hell or high water, I will be ready for war. And getting to this show was definitely war.
Being a Christian artist, and sometimes, you know, being a Christian artist, people say we can't have an image, we can't do this, we can't do that. And I wrote that song for those people because it doesn't matter what I do, God made me the way who I am. I'm so glad that He made me who I am. I love me some me. I know that's right. I love me some me. Okay. And so I want this song, I want to dedicate this song to everyone out there who got some haters. I do. And all you gotta do is just give it back in their face and say, let them only see you, God, in everything that I do. Any way that you choose, it don't matter, Lord. I can look like a clown, I can look broke, busted, and disgusted. But as long as they see you and all that I do, everything will be alright. Is that alright, singers? Yeah, that's alright. There's a hole in my life. I was created for purpose. Yes, and
Ready4War show tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Very entertaining.
When I went to Vegas, I saw Chanel.
A couple of hours before the show, and we are still pinning stuff on. And Zoe's beating the faces down.
And I just called and she's not answering the phone.
Isaiah, Zaina, Jan, Kadian, John Wealthy, giving Martha shape.
Well, I went.
Only.
What you say, Sue?
Only for radio would I be.
Okay, Susanna does not do this.
And I am hitting one by one studs on his suspender because I love him.
Is she singing?
Why don't you understand that I'm in the concert and you keep texting
Welcome.
me?
Yo, which
Behind the
one?
scenes, Ready4War show.
Which
A little
one?
hectic. We're a little tardy, but that ain't nothing new. And it's gonna be a great show.
Indeed it is.
My beautiful singers.
I look better.
You look like a high, low.
I just want a ponytail.
I like the change.
I want it off my neck.
Off your neck.
Off my neck.
To be doing?
Go around one.
Sue.
I don't care. Because
I'm going to say they do one more song. If they do one more song, then we'll be good. Counting down to the show, I was so nervous. Everything was so hectic and time was moving fast. This was the first time I was performing music that I wrote, that I created. I was praying, Lord, please just let things go the way they're supposed to tonight. And after my prayer, I felt it. It felt like showtime.
I'm ready for war. 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 On the moon made my decision. It don't matter my condition. Travel like a vision. I'm focused on my mission. I'm on the battleground. I ain't backing down. I have the victory. I'm a part of my army. Anybody want me to be this out there? Put your hands together like this. Oh,
So glad. I had a great job and time at the same time.
Job and time at the same time.
I had a great time. But as you can hear it in my voice, I'm very tired. I'm so grateful. I had a little buzz. I went out with some of my singers in my crew. John Welby almost slipped. We had a good time tonight. As you can see, I was still snatched.
Honey.
And pulled together. Ready4War is about the process of life. It's about being ready for what life has to bring. It's a powerful call to action for Christians to go after their destiny and a reminder of our power through Christ our Lord. In the battle we call life, we will have some awesome wins and devastating losses. With raw vocals and hard drums, this album Ready4War defines that process and can be used as a resource to get you through and an inspiration to go after your dreams in life. I've learned that sometimes when discouraging things affect you in life, you can become bitter, envious, and eventually quit. Quit on life and your goals. So I created anthems and proclamations of victory. They've helped me through so much, and I know if it pushed me to accomplish my dreams in life, it can and will do the same for you. I've learned and grown so much doing this Ready4War project. All the hard work, sacrifice, and frustration was worth it. Writing all this music and creating all the beats and then performing this music live is an irreplaceable feeling. This project has encouraged, equipped, and elevated me to a new level. This is just the beginning. What's next for Raydioo? Well, we have the re-release of Ready4War, the deluxe edition with 2 new songs, Anthem and He'll Do It Again, coming out this Tuesday, February 18, 2014. And the Ready4War show will be released next Sunday, February 23, 2014. This year, I want to go deeper as an artist. I'm challenging myself to go to a place I've never been with my music. I wrote 2 albums over the course of promoting and performing Ready4War. One is an R&B secular album and the other is the follow-up to Ready4War. I'm creating innovative ideas to bring to the music world, taking more risks and pushing the envelope a little bit more. 2014 for me is about living my truth, and you'll hear about it more soon in the new era. Until then, be ready for war. tuners out there, you radio tuners, you listen up. I love tuners.